where you get to know that this person in the bald look that everybody knows of is actually Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, we all know he is, but when you get to know that he's actually Shah Rukh Khan, I'm in the background sort of clearing some makeup stuff, you know. So it basically is in a way implying that I'm the one who does all of these get-ups for him.
Were there scenes that were edited probably between you and Shah Rukh where you're actually doing his makeup?
तो हम सबका ही बहुत कुछ edit हुआ ही है. But ऐसा कुछ specifically with the artist in mind ऐसा कुछ नहीं था जो edit हुआ. Backstory as such मैंने अपने मन में एक बना ली थी, but let me not tell you all that.
अच्छा.
Because अगर जवान 2 हुआ और उसमें मेरी actual backstory हुई तो spoiler हो जाएगा. So
are you an SRK fan or a Salman fan?
I have been an SRK fan. I have always liked him. So when I was very little, I was an Aamir Khan fan.
Okay.
So वो कबर्ड के अंदर वाले सेक्शन पे जब posters लगते हैं वो आमिर खान के थे हमेशा. जूही चावला और आमिर खान. Hi, this is Girija Oak and you are watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Welcome to Bollywood Hungama. My name is Urmin. दोस्तों, फिल्मों को देखकर कभी कभार मन तो करता है ना कि यार ये किरदार जो है ना ये मुझे करना है, ये मेरे जैसा है, या फिर अगर मुझे चांस मिलता तो मैं ये कैरेक्टर करना चाहती. आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसी एक्टर, एक ऐसी कलाकार है जिनको हाल ही में हमने जवान में देखा एंड माय गॉड यार, इनको देखकर मन तो किया, ए दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट टू प्ले. प्लीज वेलकम गिरिजा. ओह, how are you doing, Girija?
I'm doing very well and I'm happy to know you felt that looking at us.
क्योंकि देखो कितना टाइम था that there was a suspense. I was going to almost say things. There was a suspense in the film with you. It was so good.
I know. Thanks for not saying it.
Suspense.
There's so many more people who still have to watch the film.
Yeah, मतलब गिने चुने नहीं है अब लोग क्योंकि the film has already.
Second, third time भी देख रहे लोग.
क्या मजा आ रहा है. But how is it? How is it for you?
It is bizarre. मतलब you know when you're doing a film with Shah Rukh Khan, you know a lot of people are going to watch it.
Yeah.
And बड़ी film होगी और सब देखेंगे और first day first show देखने जाएंगे, उसके fans होंगे और ये सब तो पता ही था. पर ये तो मतलब ऐसे यू नो समंदर पे जाओ और ऊंची ऊंची लहरें आती है और एक ऐसी बड़ी वाली आती है ना जो आपको पीछे ले जाती है, थोड़ा सा वैसा हो रहा है. ओवरवेलमिंग सा है, but it's so much fun. So many people are reaching out and writing such sweet things all over social media, on messages and calls, and it's overwhelming. Honestly, I'm still sort of processing क्या हो रहा है. मेरा काम भी चल रहा है तो उसके बीच में जाके मैं फोन देख रही हूँ और बहुत कुछ हो रहा है.
So we have been interviewing all the Jawan squads and जिनमें से आप ही एक है और सबसे हमने सबसे पहला सवाल यही पूछा था that how did your audition go, how did you get the role. But मैं आपसे एक उल्टा सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ. Is it true that there was a role added specially for you? Was that something that is true?
Sort of.
Okay.
I had tested for a different part in the film.
Okay.
Not one of the girls.
Achha.
Something else. And after my audition, I got another call from the casting director, Mukesh Chhavra's office, saying that Mukesh also and the director both want to test you for a different part. So then I was called in again to do a different script. Audition script. So I did that script and then I was told that the director would like to meet you. So then I went and I met him and you have been locked or this is going to work out. ऐसा कुछ नहीं बताया था, सिर्फ director को मिलना है बताया था.
अच्छा.
So I went and I met Atlee and I was very excited about that itself because I have been a very big fan of his work. So me and my husband are both ardent Tamil film watchers.
Oh.
So we have watched Bigil, Mersal, Theory, all of those Vijay Thalapathy films. We've all liked them. So I went and I met him and he said, you know, I am still sort of formulating the squad that as you called us. And I have a few people that I have locked for certain parts. There are although a few other parts that I'm still looking for, but they're not like woven in the film yet. But I liked your audition and I'd like you to be on board. So if you are willing to trust me at this level, where I'm telling you that I will write something for you for your part, then I'll be happy to have you on board, or else it's absolutely your decision. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to be part of this film. Big part, small part, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's incredible to be part of this film and to be able to see what goes behind the making of this kind of a film. How many times do you get this opportunity?
True.
Unless you're Shah Rukh Khan yourself. But or at yourself. But I was really excited with the idea of the process, not the result or how much my role is going to be and what am I going to be portrayed as. All that didn't come to my mind first. I was just really willing to subscribe to the process of it. So I immediately said yes, we should get on
But
board.
I think गिरिजा जब हम आपकी फिल्मोग्राफी देखते हैं या फिर your body of work, you don't seem to be someone who's worried about कितना meaty role है मेरा. I think what works for you is that how you can bring something to the table and how much of that role appeals to you, because we've seen you in Taare Zameen par, we've seen you in Kala, Shore in the City. There are some amazing films, projects that you have been part of. लेकिन कहीं ऐसा नहीं लगा था अरे कम पड़ गया, but it just felt like, oh, it's so nice to see this pleasant face. Is that the process that you have?
So different things appeal to me about different projects. Of course, like you said, the first and the foremost thing that I look at is what am I adding to this? What am I bringing to the table? ऐसा क्या है इस रोल में जो कोई इसको देखकर कहे कि हाँ ये तो गिरिजा नहीं करना चाहिए था, ऐसा मैं क्या अलग कर रही हूँ या मैं क्या अलग कर सकती हूँ, मैं कितना जस्टिस कर सकती हूँ. That's the first thing. And second, it's exciting to be part of interesting teams also. So for me, Shore in the City was a very interesting mix of people. Raj and TK were one film old. They had just made 99, which I had really liked. A lot of people had not even seen that film.
I love that film.
And I loved that film. Now it was a great film. And then they were making Shore in the City. They weren't the big Raj and DK that they are right now, post Family Man, post Guns and Gulabs. So I was really excited about the way the film was written, the way they were talking about their scenes, and just everything about that film was very exciting. It was one of the first films in Bollywood to be shot on red, when digital was just coming in and cameras were just changing. So the whole shooting from on film was transitioning into digital.
Yeah.
It was a film shot at that time in 2010, if I'm not wrong, 9-10, around that time. That's when, so we were all very excited to shoot on a format that we'd not shot on before, because that was exciting also. Taare Zameen par was shot on film. And most films were shot on like raw stock before that. आजकल के लोगों को तो ये पता भी नहीं होता. मतलब I talk to people and tell them कि इतने ही cans मिलते थे, इतना ही footage होता था और इतना ही roll कर सकते थे और मतलब जल्दी करो, क्योंकि वो सबसे महंगा element होता था films का.
Correct.
One of the most expensive elements. तो ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें थी which I thought I know. And for Kala, I'm a huge fan of Anvita's work. Oh. So when we first met and I spoke to her about Bulbul, तो हमने कला के बारे में कम और बुलबुल के बारे में ज़्यादा बातें की, because I really loved the film. Okay. And there was a very interesting conversation, a bond of sorts formed, and I really wanted to be a part of her film. More than the film, more than the part, more than everything else, I wanted to be part of a story that she was wanting to tell. And it's beautiful to see more women writers writing, directing, telling their stories, and I wanted to be part of a film that was made by a woman. So that was why I did Kala.
Okay.
So there are different reasons why I have done different films, and I'm so glad that you felt कि हाँ ये जो भी था अच्छा ही था.
Correct.
You look at so many Hollywood films and so many other language films, and you feel like छोटे-छोटे parts के लिए भी इन्होंने इतने अच्छे actors लिए हैं. And then you feel like कि अपने आप पे क्यों नहीं करते? तो मुझे लगता है कि अपने आप पे actors agree नहीं करते छोटे parts करने के लिए. हर किसी को कुछ चाहिए. Which is not wrong. I'm not saying it's a wrong ask. हर किसी को कुछ चाहिए करने के लिए. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें मैं देखती हूँ और फिर मुझे अगर मज़ा आ रहा हो तो मैं कर लेती हूँ. मुझे उसमें छोटे बड़े का बहुत स्ट्रेस नहीं होता.
तो इस फिल्म जवान में टू प्ले एन आर्टिस्ट कितना मजा आया आपको? What was your back story? Because सिर्फ दो लड़कियों की बैक स्टोरी थी, लेकिन I'm sure that you must have had a thought behind what your character is and why is this character in a certain way.
So technically I'm supposed to be a makeup artist. I don't know if that was established really, because the films is about so many different things that you don't really get to see. But say for example, that scene where after the first sequence where you get to know, and this is not a spoiler, so don't worry, where you get to know that this person in the bald look that everybody knows of is actually Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, we all know he is, but when you get to know that he's actually Shah Rukh Khan, I'm in the background sort of clearing some makeup stuff, so it basically is in a way implying that I'm the one who does all of these get-ups for him. So all these different get-ups in the film.
Were there scenes that were edited probably between you and Shah Rukh where you're actually doing his makeup?
No, there weren't scenes like that. There's another sequence in which later, before he records the monologue in the film, that he has bandages on him and
Yeah.
tying the bandages on him. So you can see that,
Okay.
but it's not very, very visible,
Okay.
because that's not the focus of the scene. I mean, let's be honest.
Sure.
That's not why that scene is there. It's not like मैं makeup कर रही हूँ, इसका कोई अलग shot लगना चाहिए. It's not about that. That sequence is not about that. So no, there weren't any sequences like that, but there was a lot of other action, a lot of other fun things that we did, which was edited out of the film. But that's because the whole sequence has become crisper in terms of, you know, how you edit. Action is shot like that.
Yeah.
You shoot a lot and then you sort of, you know, make something of it.
Right.
So हम सबका ही बहुत कुछ edit हुआ ही है. But ऐसा कुछ specifically with the artist in mind, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था जो edit हुआ. And अगर backstory as such मैंने अपने मन में एक बना ली थी, but let me not tell you all that.
अच्छा.
Because अगर जवान 2 हुआ और उसमें मेरी actual backstory हुई तो spoiler हो जाएगा. So I'm not going to.
And we'll be the first person to know this before at least. हमें पता था पहले से.
इसके चलते मुझे निकालना थे जवान 2 से. बढ़िया ही backstory वाली.
हमने सुना आपने backstory बनाई, बहुत अच्छा. Thank you script writer, but you're not in the film. ये अच्छा है, ये बहुत अच्छा है. ओके, सो ठीक है, मूविंग ऑन फ्रॉम दैट. आपने कहा कि जब आप पहली बार गई थी, यू हैड ऑडिशन्ड फॉर अनदर रोल. डू यू वांट टू टेल अस व्हिच रोल वाज इट?
Riddhi's role.
Riddhi's role.
There is actually just one another.
Yeah.
role.
We assumed, but I thought I'll just
They
get.
were looking for a known face for that part. So, you know, I was very happy when Riddhi came on board, because I have personally really liked her work so far. Although playing Shah Rukh's mother is not
Motherly figure.
yeah, mother-like character is not the
Shah Rukh has 2 Kaveri Ammas in his life.
yes, and they are completely different from each other. So it's not the best as in it's not the first choice that you will make. But Riddhi is such a sport, and she's such a fun person.
Yeah.
That I think she did full justice to whatever her part was, and so yeah, that's the part that I had originally tested for. And then I got sort of shifted to the squad.
Now coming to the main topic, how was it meeting Shah Rukh Khan? Kya, like everybody has their favorites. There's a Shah Rukh fan base and there's a Salman fan base. Let me start with that. Are you an SRK fan or a Salman fan?
I have been an SRK fan. I have always liked him. I have so when I was very little, I was an Aamir Khan fan.
Okay.
So वो कबर्ड के अंदर वाले सेक्शन
हाँ,
पे जब
posters.
पोस्टर्स लगते हैं, वो आमिर खान के थे हमेशा. जूही चावला और आमिर खान.
Oh. QSQT.
हाँ, QSQT के थोड़ा आगे. QSQT के साल में मैं पैदा हुई हूँ.
अच्छा.
I think 87 का रिलीज है. 87
हाँ.
is my birth. So तभी तो मैं पैदा हुई थी. पर उसके बाद हम है राही प्यार के is my first memory of them together. So घूंघट की आड़ से दिल बरका was love anthem for me as a child.
यही चाहिए, प्यार हो तो ऐसा हो.
Ultimate romance है. और उसमें वो बहुत ड्रामेबाज लड़की थी ना, तो मुझे बड़ा मजा आता था.
Yeah,
So
Juhi
Aamir
Chawla
was
is so funny. Yeah,
Juhi
Juhi
Chawla
Chawla
is
is
so
funny.
good. You know, she's one of those very few, very pretty and yet very effectively funny
Yeah,
people who've
I
been
agree.
accepted. Sridevi and her.
Oh,
I
totally,
feel.
totally.
So yeah, starting from Aamir Khan, but huge Shah Rukh Khan fan. So I have seen practically all of his films, almost all of his films. And once on set, when he wears the police, the IPS uniform, which we have seen in the trailer. So he wore that and he came and we were all like, wow, you look nice and all that. And we were waiting for some shot to be set up. So we were chatting up with him and somebody asked him, have you worn a uniform before? Like a cop uniform, like a khaki vardi. And he was also thinking about, कि पहना है क्या, पहले पहना है क्या. Then we started talking about all uniforms, कि क्या क्या कौन से डिफेंस सर्विसेज के यूनिफॉर्म्स पहने हैं. तो उसने कहा नहीं, मैं कॉप था 1, 2 का 4 में, लेकिन उसमें मैं स्पेशल एजेंट था, तो मैंने वो लेदर जैकेट्स पहने हैं. तो मैंने कहा, तो मेरे दिमाग में सारे पिक्चर्स क्लियर थे कि कौन सी फिल्म में कौन से कपड़े पहने. आई जस्ट डिडंट वांट टू सीम लाइक वन एंथू कटलेट से आपने ना इसमें ये पहना था, उसमें ना वो पहना था. मुझे सब पता था. तो मैं चुपचाप खड़ी थी कोने में. तो फिर वो लोग आपस में डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि क्या क्या पहना था. फिर वीर ज़ारा में यू नो ही इज एन ऑफिसर, तो वहाँ पे पहना था. जब तक है जान में कैमोफ्लेज पहना था. एंड देन वी वर लाइक सब हो गया. एयरफोर्स हो गया, वीर ज़ारा, आर्मी हो गया, जब तक है जान, इसमें हो गया पुलिस, फिर नेवी सब लोग. और मेरे मन में आंसर रेडी था. Do you remember नेवी का यूनिफॉर्म कब देखा है on शाहरुख खान? I'll tell you, भूतनाथ.
God.
I know. That is the kind of fan I am. तो मेरे दिमाग में तो था भूतनाथ. मैं सिर्फ बोल नहीं रही थी because again
Funny.
मुझे
You
लग
remember?
रहा
I'll tell you. भूतनाथ.
हाँ.
एक सेकंड भी दिया नहीं मुझे सोचने के लिए.
लेकिन नहीं याद आता लोगों
मैं
को.
बोल रही हूँ
भूतनाथ किसको याद है भैया? मतलब वो अमिताभ बच्चन की फिल्म थी, उसमें तो शाहरुख खान गेस्ट अपीयरेंस कर रहा
So
था.
funny.
उसने नेवी का यूनिफॉर्म पहना था.
I'm so glad that you are not a host of KBC. ये चार ऑप्शन है.
आपके ऑप्शन है. छोड़ दो, मैं बताती हूँ.
सी. एक सेकंड. यहाँ पे रुकना पड़ेगा. So funny, Girija.
So finally, when they couldn't arrive at any answer, I quietly said Bhutnath. So he was like, yeah. So, देखा, मैंने देखी है फिल्म ऐसा.
कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है ये सिचुएशन में बताना.
राइट समय पे वहां पे रुकी थी. देखो वहां मेरा इतना पेशेंस खर्च हुआ ना कि अब नहीं बचा मेरे पास.
तो आपने कहा, was that your first conversation with him?
No. नहीं. By then we had like started talking and had become friendly. Otherwise ऐसे discussion level पे आ गए थे ना. No. First conversation was really sweet. Yeah, he walked up to each one of us, gave us a hug, gave us a kiss on our heads, and said, "Thank you for being part of this film. I'm really grateful that you're part of this film." That's the first thing he said, and not to us as a group, to each one of us individually. Like he went, he hugged. It was really sweet and very warm. And sometimes you feel like you should not meet the people that you idolize or you're fans of, because you may be disappointed. But boy, I'm a bigger fan.
आपने कहा that you and your husband are crazy fans of Tamil cinema.
Yes.
And Vijay Sethupathi is the topmost amazing person. What was your fan moment with him? How was it meeting him?
So, when you speak to him, he just has this really quiet, very small smile on his face. And he's just, he's just going to say, thank you, Like he's this humble, gentle person. And then he transforms on screen. And, he's done such fabulous work in cinema. And you feel like he's one person who does characters so well. Stuff like Super Deluxe. And then he also does a simple man, like in 96.
Yeah.
He's so amazing in that film. And I'm a huge fan. So I first met him at the birthday party of Atlee. If you remember, there was this picture with Thalapathy, Vijay and Shah Rukh Khan and Atlee together, that party. So we were all shooting and we had a little break. It was his birthday, so we all brought it in and we celebrated. And that's when Vijay Sethupathi first came into the set. Next day onwards, he was going to start shooting with us.
Yeah.
So we didn't really have a lot together. In terms of scenes, but that party I met him for the first time, and I got so excited that I called my husband from that party itself, and I was like, "Do you know what I just did? I just went." I was going mad, and I also met a lot of other people. I met Vijay, Thalapathy Vijay also in that party, and so many other people. And so, my husband was like, "Oh, is that your life now?" Like, Thalapathy se meri baat hui aur Sethupathi se meri baat hui. Is that
jail par hai mere sath.
Is that how your life? Is that how you roll now? So, I met him then, and I told him that I'm a huge fan of your work, and he just said, "Thank you."
But life is good, Girija? You're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying myself. I would have never thought I'll have 2 releases in a month. And I'm headed towards that now. So it's all a bit surreal, honestly.
पर काफी देर तक you might have had to not tell anyone, right? It must have been a secret.
Yes, of course.
तो कितना difficult था ये phase छुपाना दोस्तों से, फैमिली से?
नहीं, फैमिली को पता था और कुछ बहुत खास दोस्तों को भी पता था जिन पर मैं ये भरोसा कर सकती कि ये डेफिनेटली बाहर जाके मुंह नहीं खोलेंगे. मतलब बाहर जाकर मुंह खोलने से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, as long as it does not come out on social media, it does not come out on some sort of a platform which jeopardizes the plan that they had in place for the film.
Right.
And fair enough, the secrecy is absolutely necessary if you know this is the kind of cinema that they're making. So a lot of people did not know. We were all hanging out together all the time, all the girls, but we were not taking pictures and putting them up also. Matlab, it was that much. But yeah, I was also working, and you know I have so many other things also happening. So ऐसा मतलब बहुत पेट में रखना मुश्किल नहीं लगा मुझे. We were all happy that एक दिन जब पता चलेगा तब मजा आएगा सबको. So we were really hoping that that day is worth all this wait.
See, since we have spoken to most of the girls from Jawan, we have come to know that there is a WhatsApp group that we all want now admission in. We want like the admin to add most of us in, which is good to go chief. है ना? सही है ना दीदी?
Yes. Good to go, chief. Admission नहीं मिल रहा अभी.
Admission नहीं मिल रहा.
बिल्कुल नहीं.
But ये बताया that how are you guys? You know, how is life after Jawan? Have you guys watched the movie together? Have you all met together? क्या कोई प्लान बन रहा है अभी ये WhatsApp ग्रुप किटी पार्टी में बदलने का?
हमारे तो सारे प्लान्स बन चुके हैं, ट्रैवल से लेकर के सब कुछ हो चुका है. अभी तक हो नहीं पाया क्योंकि सब अलग अलग चीजें भी कर रहे हैं. तो yeah, there's a WhatsApp group which is which is a fun place to be in, trust me. Nobody's getting in though. But it's a really cool place. And it's remarkable how we found each other. Because you know, everybody keeps talking about it. I'm sure all the girls must have mentioned this so far. I don't know if they have. But it's just so wonderful that you know, the six of us and Ashlesha also, we came together and we got along so well. And I would say it's rare to find people. I always land up finding really good people, so I'm not going to say मुझे अच्छे लोग नहीं मिलते. But 2 साल छोटा समय नहीं होता, कम समय नहीं होता. You know, आपको एक्चुअली लोग कैसे हैं समझ में आने लगता है. हमने हर तरह की सिचुएशंस में शूट किया है. हम फ्रस्ट्रेटेड रहे हैं, टायर्ड रहे हैं, हमने बहुत सारा वेट एक साथ किया है, बहुत सारा वक्त गुजारा है, कभी बहुत थक गए हैं या फिर बहुत इंटेंसिव काम किया है तो चिड़चिड़े भी हुए हैं, साथ में हुए हैं. तो हमने हर किसी का हर कोई मूड देख लिया है. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने एक छोटा सा प्रोजेक्ट साथ में किया और सबने ला ला करके काम किया, ऐसा नहीं है. हमने बेस्ट और वर्स्ट बिहेवियर्स देख लिए सबके. तो अब हमें पता है कि ये जो मिला है या ये जो बॉन्ड है या ये जो प्यार है वो असली है, क्योंकि अब सब देख चुके हैं.
Correct.
We know what these people are. So it's incredible that there is so much love between the 6 of us and that we adore each other. And I feel they're all phenomenal women, all of them in their own right, all of them different women, and all of them amazing. So I'm really, really glad that we found each other. And obviously, if you have such like crazy people coming together on a WhatsApp group, imagine what goes down on it.
2 साल कड़ी मेहनत, a lot of action, a lot of fun that you just described. When you look at the film, do you have moments that you remember which was the most challenging shooting?
It definitely has to be like the you know, broad daylight में sun में shoot करने वाले जो सारे sequences थे. There's one action sequence in the film in which it's night time and we're all fighting and there's a lot of dust and there's lots of like there's a shot of a chopper flying over like this one compound of sorts in the trailer. So that sequence, there were a lot of fans and there was a lot of dust, and I remember going home and washing out dust from like the roots of my hair, from between my nails, from inside my ears. There was like dool stuck in places that you would never imagine. यहाँ पे, you know, you'll get, you know, so if you blew your nose, chocolate would come out. It was like that. There was dust inside the nose also. So
Thank you for that that visual that we have now.
We were inhaling dust. We were definitely inhaling it through our mouths also, but we were definitely inhaling dust from our noses because this, you know, the amount of dust that used to fly. Amongst all of this, the song shoot, it was for 6 days. We were dancing all day. मतलब घुटने बजने लगे थे सबके. But among all of this 55, 57-year-old person called Mr. Shah Rukh Khan would show up on set fresh as a daisy every day, dance just as much as all of us. Pack up at the same time as us. मतलब he's there in every shot dancing with us. मतलब ऐसा हमने उसके बिना कुछ किया नहीं है. And we were all just like क्या ही complain करें मतलब. Look at him. So yeah, there's so many different sequences which have so many stories behind them. It's incredible to see all of that come together in a film.
That's wonderful, Girija. अब ये बताए that of course we have seen you work with Aamir Khan. इनके posters आप बचपन में लगाती थी and then we see you in तारे ज़मीन पर. Did you tell him this by the way?
I told Amol this. I didn't tell him this. He doesn't talk much on set, and he doesn't faff a lot. He was also directing,
Right.
so he was very busy on set.
Yeah.
Also, I was 19. Matlab, I didn't really know how to strike a conversation or how to get ballet, and I had no such skills. I was just, sort of just doing my work and all of that. But if I do get a chance now, I will tell him that.
What is the difference that you found between Aamir Khan and Shah Rukh that you worked individually with?
They're very different people temperamentally. Very, very different people. But just like all of us are, how you are very different from I am. But there are still commonalities. I'm sure you love your work as much as I love my work.
Correct.
So as much as the difference, I found the fact that their passion for their work is unparalleled. They both arrive on set with a drive of doing a great job of what they've been given.
Yeah.
That's the same. Or the love that they have for what they do and how seriously they take what they do is very similar. So that I found amazing. They have very different approaches to life, but they're sort of almost borderline insane love and passion for what they do is very similar.
क्या फिल्म से पहले आपने मार्शल आर्ट्स या किसी भी तरीके के एक्शन सीक्वेंसेस की ट्रेनिंग ली थी? नॉट फॉर दिस फिल्म बट जनरली वर यू लाइक इंटरेस्टेड इन इट?
So yeah, I do on and off train in MMA.
Okay.
For fitness, for general, like मुझे मजा आता है इसीलिए instead of just randomly doing treadmill walking or lifting up weights, I'd rather punch. It's just a more fun way
Of course.
kicking.
We'll also, after this, we'll interview the person you have punched. Was it fun?
Of course not. It better not be. If it was fun for that person, मतलब
ट्रेनिंग गई.
ट्रेनिंग गई.
But shooting action sequences कितना fun था?
बहुत फन था यार. बहुत सारा एडिट हो गया वरना बहुत मजा आता देखने में. हमने बहुत सारी कोरियोग्राफीज की थी. तो अब अगले कुछ दिन में जैसे सारी ही लड़कियां डाल रही है BTS शॉट्स.
आपके पास भी है?
हाँ है वो भी आ रहा है. मैं दरअसल पिछले 7-8 दिन से, इनफैक्ट 7 तारीख से, जब से फिल्म रिलीज हुई है तब से लेकर कल तक मैं एक ऐसे सेट पे शूट कर रही हूँ जहाँ पे नेटवर्क ही नहीं है. तो मुझे ना बार बार बाहर आके स्टोरीज रीपोस्ट करना, वो सब मैं बहुत मुश्किल से कर पा रही हूँ. तो अब मैं थोड़ा बैठ कर आराम से आई विल पोस्ट अ फ्यू थिंग्स, क्योंकि हमारे सबके फोन्स में कलेक्टिवली 4 फिल्में काटी जा सकती है. इतना फुटेज है BTS का. तो उसमें से छाट के कुछ अच्छी चीजें मैं डालूंगी. बट हाँ, एक्शन करने में बहुत मजा आया. इट्स लाइक अ डांस कोरियोग्राफी. तो वो लोग ऐसा 1 2 3 4 जैसा सिखाते हैं कि 1 में ऐसा पंच करेंगे, 2 में ऐसा डक करेंगे, 3 में ऐसा घूमेंगे, फिर 4 में ऐसा करेंगे. सो ऐसा 1 2 3 4 जैसा डांस की तरह सिखाते हैं और फिर उसको बार बार करवाते हैं. लाइक यू नो हाउ यू डू डांस प्रैक्टिस. तो बहुत मजा आता था सीखने में और बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें समझ में आई. जैसे दिस इज समथिंग दैट इवन आई डोंट नो इफ यूड एवर want to do an action sequence, but if you ever get a chance to, उन्होंने हमें सिखाया कि you should always consider that you're holding a big gym ball, of sorts, ऐसा बड़ा सा football, लेकिन बड़ा. So no matter where you punch or where you do whatever, your body needs to move like you're holding a ball. So you don't punch like that, you punch like that. It looks more realistic. It's such a fun way to visualize it.
That's very interesting.
And when you see it, you know what they mean. So if you are just, sort of if you're doing like an uppercut, this doesn't look real. This looks real. The moment your entire body moves, so always imagine that you're holding a gym ball. So always sort of do that.
Wow.
Which was such a cool trick. It solved so many problems for all of us.
And it looks so brilliant.
It does.
क्या बात है. Amazing. आज नई चीजें सीखी हमने गाइस.
नोट कर लो.
अच्छा ये बताएं that there is also very very interesting project that's happening on OTT. Do you want to tell us something about Vaccine War?
Yes, so Vaccine War is coming out on the 28th of September, and it's coming out in theaters as well. So that's a film I did in the second half of last year.
Okay.
And my first ever project with Nana Patekar, although I've known him since I was very young, but never had the chance to work with him. And a very, very different film, very different from Jawan. Entirely, like diametrically opposite in terms of everything. But what a proud feeling it was to be part of that film, because I play an actual scientist in the film. The head of virology at ICMR, Dr. Gupta, that's the character I play. So this is the film about the making of the Covaxin,
Okay.
India's own indigenous vaccine. And it was a very, very good feeling to be part of a film which talks about almost like an impossible journey of the entire development of the vaccine. And it's a very exciting project to be part of. So I can't wait for people to see that.
That's wonderful.
Hi, this is Girija Oak, and you are watching me on Bollywood Hungama.